Welcome back to my Ujjain adventure. In this episode, I take you on a deeply personal journey, one that goes beyond just places and rituals. This isn't just about sightseeing, it is about experiencing the very pulse of this ancient city. The day began at Koti Teerth Kund, where the air was thick with chants. My first Abhisheka was a curious mix of nervousness and calm. As I poured the celestial water over the deity, the ritual felt both grounding and timeless, the chants stirring something deep within. Hanuman, the epitome of devotion, sits at the center of the sacred kund, believed to be his creation. The architecture in the Sarvatobhadra style ensures divine symmetry. Yet reality intruded. The priest still expected dakshina, despite my online booking. A bittersweet reminder that faith and finances often intertwine. As I stepped away, the weight of the moment lingered, raw, sacred, and undeniably human. Experiencing the Aarti at Mahakaleshwar wasn't just a moment, it was a triumph. After Abhisheka, I finally managed to witness the sacred ritual, a feat that demands the precision of a chess grandmaster. Know more about it after the Aarti. To secure a spot in Ganesh Hall, you need to strategize like you're planning a military operation. Arrive too early and you're swiftly and sometimes sternly shown the exit. Arrive too late and the Aarti becomes a distant echo of what could have been. But when you do make it, when you finally stand amidst the charged crowd, the air thick with a scent of droop and devotion, it's an experience that grips every fiber of your being. Though the morning Aarti was brief, it was everything. The energy, absolutely electrifying. The rhythmic chants, the hypnotic sway of the flames, the collective fervor of hundreds merging into one pulsating wave of devotion. If I could bottle up that vibe, I'd never need coffee again. But what exactly is Aarti and why is it done? As Sadhguru explains, fire is a great medium to connect with a form that exudes energy. If you're not able to connect directly with the form, then the fire with its divine aura helps bridge that gap. You take the energy for your benefit by sweeping its aura over your eyes, your head, your heart. The Aarti is a way of offering that effort. It's these beautiful nuances in a Sanatana Dharma that need to be shared with the world. Sometimes it's not just the ritual, it's the heart behind it that makes all the difference. I used the Sheegra Darshan ticket multiple times, which gave access to the first two rows in Ganesh Hall. But watching the protocol crowd push ahead into Nandi Hall always felt unfair. Imagine the struggle for the general crowd. One lady from the general queue, fed up after the Aarti, finally snapped. She screamed that no one could stop her from connecting with Mahakaleshwar and leaped over the barriers. Ha! In temples, like in life, the loudest cat sometimes gets the milk. But usually, it's the richest and the most well-connected one. They say, take the hard path for a strong divine connection. Disturb nature or the animals, and your signal drops. Makes me wonder. The protocol crowd shuffled straight to the Garbhagriha. How's that divine signal? Probably buffering, while the general crowd gets 5G after the darshan. For a water magnet like me, it didn't take long for the call of Ram Ghat to echo in my ears during my visit to Ujjain. A modest stretch along the sacred Shipra, Ram Ghat is flanked by a cluster of temples, including some from the revered Chaurasi temples. But I wasn't there for the usual temple hopping. I was on a mission. My compass pointed straight to Dharmaraj Chitragupt Mandir. Tucked in the corner of this temple is a fascinating yantra made of multiple shivlings and an intricate design that almost feels like Shiva's personal blueprint for the cosmos. I wouldn't have fully appreciated its complexity if not for Bhavesh of Adiveda, who explained it beautifully. Catch his reel on it, link below. It's a masterclass. Now here's the bit that broke my water-loving heart. The Shipra river, which I expected to find flowing in divine serenity, is dammed at Ram Ghat. What I imagined as a graceful river turned out to be more like an overly full pond. Yes, like a pond that hasn't been drained in a while. It wasn't exactly pristine. Adding to the disappointment was the relentless blaring of the safety announcements. I mean, sure, safety first, but at this decibel level, even the fishes would have packed their bags and left. For comparison, I always found my Zen moment at Ganga Ghats in Kashi, no matter how chaotic or crowded they got. Here at Ram Ghat, my search for tranquility ended up being as fruitful as a Wi-Fi signal in the middle of a forest. The blaring announcements by the river reminded me of a question I'd asked a priest at Mahakal temple, one that earned me only a smirk. As an architect, something felt off. The Garbhagriha wasn't aligned with Shikhara and sat 4-5 meters underground. Had someone misplaced Shiva's abode? The temple blends Bhumija, Maratha and Chalukya styles, yet its layout puzzled me. The ground floor holds Omkareshwar Linga. The top floor houses Nagachandreshwara, open only once a year. The upper basement has Mahakaleshwar. But the first floor and supposedly existing lower basement? Empty. Or is it a celestial guest room? Or is there a forgotten deity? Then came the real mystery. How did devotees access the upper and the lower Garbhagriha before that clunky MS bridge? A staircase behind the Garbhagriha? A secret passage? A divine escalator? The archival images offer no answers. Ujjain has been rebuilt countless times. The Varaha Purana claims the temple sits at the earth's center. But is this the original center, or have we shifted it over centuries? And was the Garbhagriha always underground, or was someone playing architectural hide and seek? I asked the priest. He shrugged as if to say, "Ask Mahakal." Fair enough. If Shiva wanted me to know, he'd send me a divine memo. As I left the temple premises, blessed yet mystified, I realized Ujjain's magic isn't in its answers. It's in the questions it makes you ask. Maybe Mahakal was smiling, amused by this nosy traveler trying to outsmart time. However, the real redemption of my Ujjain trip came at the Harsiddhi Mandir. Their Aarti ritual isn't just a prayer, it's a spectacle. Watching brave men climb an oily, slippery diya tower without a safety harness is like watching a slow motion action movie where the hero forgot to read the safety first script. It's equal parts awe inspiring and heart stopping, like they are auditioning for the lead role in Mission Impossible Desi Edition. You can't decide whether to cheer for their courage or pray that gravity decides to take a coffee break. Towering Diya stands adorned with 1011 flickering smaller diyas. The air is alive with the booming nada of nagadas, dhol, and a symphony of other traditional instruments. This ritual is so grand it's performed in phases. First at Ganesh Mandir, then at the Devi Mandir, and finally at Karkoteshwara Mahadev Mandir, which stands at the 10th place in the 84 temples. And yes, while the visuals and sounds are stunning, it's an experience that demands silence, both in person and on video. echoes of the Aarti fade into the night, I stand still, absorbing the lingering energy of the sacred land. Ujjain is not just a place, it's an experience, a conversation with time itself. From the fiery devotion of Harsiddhi to the quiet questions Mahakal whispers into the soul, this journey has been one of awe, wonder, and an unexpected search for answers I didn't even know I was seeking. And yet, the journey isn't over. In the next episode, I take you into the heart of Mahakaleshwar, the Bhasma Aarti, a ritual so surreal it blurs the line between the mortal and the divine. And finally, the Shayan Aarti, where the city of Ujjain bids its guardian a sacred good night. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Until then, stay curious, stay connected, and as always, travel not just with your feet but with your soul. See you in the next one.